How do brain changes cause addiction cravings? Imagine your brain as a busy city with roads leading to rewards and pleasures. When someone uses an addictive substance, it's like a major road gets suddenly widened, flooding the city with traffic. That flood is dopamine, the chemical that makes us feel pleasure. Drugs like opioids, cocaine, and nicotine cause a huge surge of dopamine, up to 10 times more than what natural rewards like food or social interactions produce. This flood makes the brain think that the drug is vital for survival, even though it's not. The reward system, which is centered in parts of the brain called the basal ganglia and nucleus accumbens, is designed to reinforce behaviors that help us live and thrive. Normally, dopamine releases after eating or connecting with others motivates us to do those things again. But addictive substances hijack this system by flooding it with unnatural dopamine levels, overwhelming the brain's ability to regulate itself. Over time, the brain adapts to these surges by reducing natural dopamine production and making dopamine receptors less sensitive. This process is called tolerance. It means that the same amount of drug no longer produces the same high. Now, the brain starts to focus more on wanting the drug than actually liking it. Early on, people use drugs because they enjoy the feeling. But as tolerance develops, the pleasure fades, and the craving to avoid withdrawal or negative feelings takes over. This shift from liking to wanting explains why cravings grow stronger even when the drug no longer brings joy. The brain rewires itself so that the substance becomes necessary just to feel normal. Habit formation also plays a role. The dorsal striatum, another part of the basal ganglia, helps turn repeated drug use into automatic habits. Environmental cues like certain places, people, or situations become linked with drug use. When you encounter these cues, they trigger powerful urges to seek and use the drug, often without even thinking about it. As addiction deepens, the extended amygdala, a brain area involved in processing negative emotions and withdrawal, becomes more active. When the drug isn't present, the brain struggles to keep dopamine levels stable, leading to feelings of anxiety, depression, and irritability. These negative feelings push individuals to use again, not for pleasure, but to escape pain. The prefrontal cortex, which helps us make decisions and control impulses, also becomes less effective. It can't properly evaluate the consequences of drug use or resist cravings. This imbalance makes it harder to stop even when someone truly wants to. Another consequence of these brain changes is that natural rewards like food, social interactions, or hobbies become less satisfying. The dopamine system that makes these activities enjoyable gets disrupted, so they no longer bring pleasure. This makes the drug seem like the only source of positive feelings, leading to more use and worsening addiction. The brain's ability to change, called neuroplasticity, means these adaptations can last a long time. Even after stopping drug use, the neural pathways that link cues to cravings remain as active. That's why triggers can cause cravings months or even years later. Understanding these brain changes helps us see cravings not as a moral failing but as a real biological response. Managing cravings involves strategies that work with these neurological realities, like avoiding triggers, developing healthy habits, and sometimes using medications or therapy to help restore normal brain function. The good news is that the brain can recover over time. With patience and support, the dopamine system and decision-making areas can regain their balance, making sustained sobriety possible. Recognizing that cravings are rooted in brain changes can motivate individuals to stay committed to recovery, knowing that these urges are temporary and manageable.